Jason Fitz with Yahoo Sports, hanging out with NFL superstar Aidan Hutchinson. Let's start with the Detroit fever that's happening right now. Like last year, the Lions took the world by storm. Now the Tigers taking Major League Baseball by storm. Have you caught the Tigers fever at this point?
I haven't seen them play at all, but man, I keep up with the buzz on my phone. I feel like I always just check to make sure they're winning. And the way they finished the season was incredible.
Like, is there a resurgence happening in your mind? Because it feels like Detroit as a sports city is starting to just take over.
Absolutely. I think I don't think you're too crazy for saying that. I think things are looking great for the Lions, obviously. I mean, we're 3-1 going into the bye week. So I'm very excited for what's to come with us. And then uh, the Tigers, I mean, it's only a matter of time till we get the Pistons going. Red Wings were one game away from the playoffs last year. So it's a good time to be in Detroit.
You mentioned you're 3-1. You're coming off of a huge win on Monday Night Football over Seattle. All eyes on it, but a lot of conversation about the defense. So, what can you take away from that win?
Yeah, it's for some reason whenever we play Seattle, we struggle a little bit defensively in the past years, and we've struggled a little bit in the second half. I thought we played great in the first half. In the second half, we come out and struggling to get a couple stops early, but I think in the fourth quarter we did what we haven't done in the past couple of years, and that was finish. And we finished the game. Kirby got an interception to finish it, and we got a turnover on downs in the second to last series. So it was great.
The last time we talked, you guys were in the middle of a season that, like I said, took everybody fell in love. The Lions were the America's team last year. At what point did that sort of sit in? Or were you able to actually reflect on it?
Yeah, I think after the season, it definitely it was just bittersweet. I mean, we were just losing the NFC Championship like that. It's hard to reflect on it, but I was able to go to the Pro Bowl right after like that next week, so I think that was a good time of reflection. And you kind of just look back at the season, you're like, wow, that was that was crazy, but man, it was fun, and it was very successful despite falling a little bit short at the end.
Does it feel different this year, knowing the season you just came off of and the expectations that are now there?
For sure, for sure. I think the mindset's a little bit different. I think whatever team we play, they're going to give us their best shot because we are kind of seen as one of the top teams in the NFL now, and but I think we're ready for it. I think we have the guys who we all want to compete. We got a lot of young guys, younger. I mean, like 4 years in the league, and who are kind of cornerstones of this team, and we all want to compete and get better and win as much as we can.
It's interesting though, because it wasn't that way when you got there. The Lions weren't the team they are now. How different does it feel today, day in and day out, going to work than it did when you first got there?
Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird when I look back at my rookie year at those. I mean, we started 1-6, and it felt like every time we got a win, it was like, whoa, we did it. And now after we get a win, it's like, all right, let's go, guys. That's another one. Let's keep going. And it's it's natural though. That's what happens when you kind of change the culture around a team, and the expectations change.
But what does it mean to you being from the area and having so much love for the area to be part of this chapter for the Lions?
It's amazing. It really is. It's something that I take a lot of pride in, and it's something that I have a lot of gratitude for being a part of this. And I just I want to keep this going as long as I can.
It's always wild to me because pass rushers work on their craft so much, right? Like you get more tape, you got to figure out more things to do. I know the pass rush summit's become such a big part of the way guys communicate with. When you look at guys in the league that sort of help you figure things out and guys that you look at and say, man, I really admire the way they play, who stands out to you?
We have this little folder in our film iPads that it's got every rusher, every like rusher that you could think of, all of like this is even goes back to like the 2000s and the 90s a little bit. And I think it is good to watch guys today, but I think I've gone back and I've watched guys like I mean Julius Peppers, like Tamba Ali, like these guys who were really good rushers even back in the day a little bit. And yeah, I think I just try to take in as much information I can, and whatever sticks, whatever I like, I use, and you get rid of the rest.
How do you guys work on the tweaks though? Because like we all understand as guys watching the league, understand that a quarterback and a wide receiver can work on timing. When you got to figure out a new pass rush move, how are you figuring that out?
I've been in games where, the first time I spun in game, I got a sack, and I was kind of just standing there, and I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And then I let it rip, and then I ended up getting a sack. So I think sometimes I let my instincts take over, or whatever, I feel in that moment I do. And then sometimes it is, you craft a move all off season, and then you kind of use it, but it's a little bit of both.
The last time we talked, you were not yet able to talk the talk from Michigan that is now a national champion. How much in the locker room? Are you just still like, do you still gloat on that on Saturdays? You still reminding that until you're knocked off the perch, Michigan is still a national champion?
Yeah, I'm not too much of a loudmouth about it because I don't know. I think it speaks for itself, and but I do wish I was a part of that national championship too. I think my team when I was there, we had to walk so these future Michigan teams could run.
Was there anybody when you guys won? Were there any big bets that you had out there? Like maybe a little trash talking going on that?
Absolutely not. We don't bet
Okay.
in this we don't bet here. But no, it was good. I think I'm not even sure if I did. I guess we do have one guy from Washington here. I don't even know if we bet. So yeah, it was I don't know. It was kind of just I just knew they were gonna win it. Right when they got in the playoffs and right when they beat Bama, I was like, okay, they beat Bama. Now it's just a matter of time till they get the national championship.
I appreciate your time. Congratulations on a great career so far. Can't wait to watch you guys this year. Keep kicking butt. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.